dirty little fish swimming around in a great big dirty pond.
That is Richard Dreyfuss playing Bernie Madoff in the new ABC miniseries, which airs next month. Of course, Madoff is the investment manager serving 150 years in prison for ripping off his clients. Blythe Danner plays his wife, Ruth, and we were first on the set.
I can't take your money because it's just not enough for me to bother with.
Richard is kidding around, but the subject is deadly serious. Madoff defrauded thousands of investors out of nearly $65 billion in the largest Ponzi scheme in history. Gwyneth's mom, Blythe, is his wife who was blind to the scandal.
I'm the vice president, and all I do is hire the decorators.
It's really complicated. I think they did love each other very, very deeply. I don't know that she'd ever absorbed what happened. I don't believe she knew.
They call me a fraud? I ran the biggest Ponzi scheme in history, okay? Within the biggest Ponzi scheme in history.
The ABC miniseries is personal for Richard. He has friends who lost their savings to Madoff.
You know how I look at you?
How?
As a guy who doubled my money in 6 years.
We've talked to victims, and none of them were millionaires. They were all secretaries and contractors, and everyone assumes, well, you lost money, but you must be really rich, and they weren't, and they're not. People give me their money, and I make them richer than God.
How much did you lose?
$50 billion.
I'm exhausted after one scene, and he just goes on and on and on, and always brilliant. It's the kind of actor you want to always work with.
Oh, stop.
Honest.
Oh, stop.
I'm not lying. You know you want more.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, terrible, terrible, terrible. Blythe and Richard have a long history. They first worked together in theater back in 1971.
After all these years, we were kids when we began. Kids.
Yeah.
We had none of this.
You know, we asked Blythe if a certain famous family member, her daughter Gwyneth Paltrow, ever paid a visit to her on the set while she was working, and Blythe said no, because when she is working, she likes to stay focused. In other words, kids don't bother mama when she is focused.
I guess kids can be distracting no matter what the age, right?
I hear you.